I've played with Rubik's Cube since I was young, and I've always just had one on me. I'd always carry one with me at all times, like always just solving it.
But this isn't about how fast Brian Kobasa can solve one. It's not about one at all.
So I have 1,000 of them to work with.
And he's not fully solving them either.
My hobby is making portraits out of Rubik's Cubes.
Art from a series of different colored cubes made up of different colored cubes.
It's about 6 foot by 5 foot.
Each of them twisted and spun so the colors are just right.
For me, I mean, the actual building of them is very easy. It's almost like a meditation for me, where I just kind of get in a zone and I don't really have to think.
His work so impressive and unique that it caught the attention of the name brand behind these puzzles.
One time Rubik's Cubes saw one of them, and then he kind of reached out to me and was like, hey, would you like to become an ambassador and use our cubes? And I was like, yeah, definitely.
The company provides the cubes and a request from time to time.
It was Megan Fox's birthday last week, so they said, hey, can you do one of Megan Fox?
Otherwise, Brian mainly focuses on his own personal interests for inspiration.
I do a lot of musicians. I love music, so I do a lot of musicians. I love basketball, so I do a lot of basketball players. I think maybe my favorite one is I did one of Joel Embiid about a month ago. I did one of Tyler Hero of the Miami Heat, but I did one of Jimmy Butler, and then I did one of Harry Mack.
And one of his most recents, the Nikola Jokic portrait that was so big he had to make it in 2 parts.
It's much bigger than anyone expects, yeah. I definitely think it's gonna be something smaller.
And he does all of this in just a few hours.
These take about 4 hours to solve all the cubes to make.
But when we're talking about getting things right, down to the single color pixel, how can Brian get it this perfect? He built his own help.
Well, being a computer programmer, I wrote myself a computer program that I can take an image and then it scales it down to the number of cubes that you have, and then you can adjust the colors based on the 5 or 6 colors that you want to use. And then it's like Microsoft Paint, where you can go in each individual one to really get all the details.
Cubing this photo of Avalanche forward Mikko Rantanen, adjusting it just right, then following that map into a Rubik's reality.
Yeah, I usually sit down and I usually do them about one sitting.
But once they're photographed and posted to social media, the cube abides on Instagram, then it's on to the next one.
It's kind of a weekly thing. I make a piece, then I have to take it all apart, and then I put it back together.
In Denver, I'm Jason Grenow, Denver 7.